Hey everyone! What if I told you the regrets you're holding on to are the very chains keeping you from your dreams? Yep, those should've, could've, and would've moments. What if they're staring between you and your future success? Let's face it, we've all been there, staring into the rearview mirror of life, feeling haunted by decisions we wish we could change. But guess what? We can't change the past, so why let it control your present or worse, your future? Today we're talking about something that keeps a lot of people up at night, regrets. You know those nagging thoughts that creep in when you're trying to sleep? The ones that make you rethink that conversation from 3 years ago or that opportunity you didn't take. Regrets are powerful. And if you let them, they can completely take over your life. They can stop you from moving forward, prevent you from taking risks, and keep you in a constant state of what if. But here's the good news. You don't have to be shackled to your regrets. In fact, learning how to stop letting regrets control your life can be one of the most liberating things you could ever do. We're going to dive deep into how to break free from the weight of those past mistakes and missed opportunities, and how you can transform them into lessons that fuel your growth instead of holding you back. Let's start by acknowledging something we all know but don't always admit. Regrets are universal. Everyone has them. Whether it's that job you didn't take, the relationship you let slip away, or even those daily minor regrets, like not speaking up in a meeting or binge watching Netflix instead of being productive. These regrets can accumulate and become mental barriers, affecting how we approach the present and future. Here's the thing. Regrets often cause us to dwell on what's already over, what's unchangeable. They make us think, if only I had done this differently, or why didn't I take that chance when I had it? The problem with that mindset is that it traps us in a cycle of guilt and missed potential. It can make us afraid to take risks in the future, afraid to fail, and afraid to try. It creates a mental block that limits personal and professional growth. And let's be honest, it can suck the joy out of living in the moment. So how do we flip the script on regrets? How do we stop them from controlling us and start using them as fuel for personal growth? Here's where things get interesting, because the answer lies in how we reframe our regrets. Let's explore a few strategies. Number 1, accept that regrets are inevitable. First off, it's time to acknowledge that everyone, no matter how successful or happy, has regrets. The key isn't in avoiding them, because you can't, but in how you respond to them. Instead of seeing them as a sign of failure, think of them as an inevitable part of being human. Regrets are just proof that you're living, making choices, and taking chances. By accepting that you'll never live a regret-free life, you take the first step towards moving on from them. Number 2, reframe regrets as learning experiences. The biggest game changer when it comes to regrets, realizing they can be your best teachers. Every regret holds a lesson. Maybe it's about better decision making, or it's a reminder to trust your gut next time. Instead of thinking, I should have done this differently, ask yourself, what did I learn from that experience? Once you start seeing regrets as learning opportunities, they lose their emotional grip on you. They become stepping stones instead of roadblocks. Number 3, practice self-compassion. Listen, beating yourself up over the past isn't doing anyone any favors, least of all you. Mistakes happen. Choices are made. The question isn't why you messed up, it's what you're going to do with that knowledge now. This is where self-compassion comes in. We tend to be our own worst critics. But would you talk to a friend the way you talk to yourself when you're riddled with regret? Probably not. Give yourself the same grace you'd give someone else. You're doing your best, and that's all anyone can ask. Number 4, focus on the present and future. Okay, so you made some mistakes in the past. Who hasn't? But what you have right now is the opportunity to make better choices moving forward. One of the most powerful ways to break free from regrets is to shift your focus to the present and future. What can you do today to make sure you don't repeat the same mistakes? What opportunities are in front of you right now that you can seize? Living in the present moment doesn't just stop you from dwelling on the past regrets, it also keeps you grounded in reality and aware of the new possibilities. Number 5, take action, small steps count. Here's a big secret. The antidote to regret is action. Regret often stems from inaction, the things we didn't do, the chances we didn't take. So what's the best way to deal with it? Start taking action, even if it's just baby steps. Want to stop regretting that you didn't pursue a passion? Sign up for that class, even if it's just a weekend workshop. Worried that you've lost touch with an old friend? Send that text. By taking small actions, you take control of your life again, and that helps reduce the grip of regret. Let me share a powerful story that perfectly illustrates this point. I knew someone who had always wanted to start their own business, but never did because they were afraid. Years went by, and they constantly regretted not pursuing their dream. It became something they talked about often, with a heavy sense of what if weighing them down. One day they realized that the fear of regret was worse than the fear of failure. So they decided to take the plunge, even though it was years later than they originally hoped. Fast forward, while their business didn't turn into a billion-dollar company, it gave them a sense of purpose and fulfillment they never thought possible. The point is, regrets are like ghosts that haunt us until we take action. Once you decide to confront them and move forward, they lose their power over you. The past may be unchangeable, but your future is still wide open. So to recap, we've covered some key strategies for stopping regrets from controlling your life. First, accept that regrets are inevitable and part of the human experience. Then reframe them as learning opportunities and practice self-compassion when you look back at your past decisions. Focus on the present and future, and remember, action is the best antidote to regret. Even small steps forward can help you let go of the past and move into a more empowered future. Remember, you're not alone in having regrets. What matters is what you do with them. Will you let them weigh you down, or will you use them as a springboard for growth and success? Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's a regret you've been holding on to, and how are you planning to move past it? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.